3, 2, 1.
In which year was John Lennon assassinated? The answer is B, 1980. Waterington, how would you do this? The answer is A, soaks the toilet tissue quickly. How do you crouch down? How would you do this? The answer is A, bend down on your toes. Was the topic interesting? The answer is D, it was an interesting topic. Pliers, how would you do this? The answer is A, can make a marker bleed blood. Why is the narrator a little disturbed by doing chores? The answer is A, their stuff is getting worn. In which year did an exception to the usual Chelsea qualifying system happen? The answer is A, 2005. How do you open a notification from the notification menu on an iPhone? How would you do this? The answer is A, click on the notification you want to open. What is the population of the island? The answer is D, 267. In what year was Louis Philippe overthrown? The answer is B, 1848. Tablecloth, how would you do this? The answer is A, covers a table before a meal. Why might the animals have been upset? The answer is D, they did not recognize their human. Why was it roaming our camp? The answer is D, the mother bear left her cub nearby. To get a barber to give you the right haircut every time, how would you do this? The answer is A, show them a picture of yourself with good hair. Why will she cry for months? The answer is C, none of the above choices. When was President Moldovan's proposal rejected by Parliament? The answer is B, 1996. Prevent mosquitoes from porch at night. How would you do this? The answer is A, use citronella candles. When was the Everton Tigers team launched? The answer is B, 2007. How many U.S. planes were land-based? The answer is C, 115. How many analog transmitters were shut down on July 31, 2012? The answer is B, 620. A man is seated on a stage there. What happens next? The answer is A, is a room full of people watching him. The main vegetable you must buy for guacamole is. How would you do this? The answer is A, carrot. When was the suffix in St. Louis added to Washington University? The answer is A, 1976. What may happen after they reach the person? The answer is A, they will swim them back to safety. Two men are standing on a higher trampoline on their backs. Men make a synchronized jump into the pool. Woman wearing a red sweater. What happens next? The answer is C, is standing in front of the pool. When did the U.S. pass the Homestead Act? The answer is D, 1862. A man is riding on a brown horse. What happens next? The answer is A, jumps off the horse and grabs a calf. How do you win a Pokemon battle? How would you do this? The answer is A, defeat the opponent's Pokemon before losing yours. How do you shut the screen off on an iPhone? How would you do this? The answer is A, press the lock key on the side. What may I be pissing about? The answer is C, a cry for tech support. People are performing gymnastic stunts in front of an audience. A guy locks his arms around bars above his head. The guy. What happens next? The answer is A, swings his body while holding onto the bars. How do you clean your ear? How would you do this? The answer is A, push the Q-tip into the ear hole. The hit single Crash was on the soundtrack to the film starring Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels that was released in what year? The answer is C, 1994. When was a zoological garden established in the Powson Park? The answer is A, 1927. Add shine to Cooper cooking tools. How would you do this? The answer is A, scrub with a slice of lemon sprinkled with salt. Remove staples from paper. How would you do this? The answer is A, use a nail file to pry staples from paper. Several shots are shown of soccer players. A group of newscasters are outside talking about the game. A game in progress. What happens next? The answer is B, is being shown and talked about. How do you learn how to fight? How would you do this? The answer is A, fight yourself. What type of sport does the young boy play? The answer is C. The boy plays track. The sidewalk, how would you do this? The answer is A. Can store a person. A woman is washing her hands over a sink. She rinses her hands off in the sink. What happens next? The answer is D. Grabs a paper towel and dries her hands. To light something, how would you do this? The answer is A. Use a light bulb. In what year did the Ghaznavids briefly control large portions of Iran? The answer is B. 999. Prevent onion skin mess in kitchen. How would you do this? The answer is A. Keep onions in hanging sock. When was the Rhine measurement corrected back to the original? The answer is C. 2010. Why did the female subject die in the story highlighted? The answer is A. The subject died of a lingering disease. What may be the reason why it went smoother this year? The answer is B. They were more prepared. Which of these is not a breed of cat? The answer is C. Bichon Frise. To how many territories is the Premier League broadcast to? The answer is C. 212. When is the 7th upgrader scheduled to be under construction?